Tonight, from Las Vegas, Nevada, it's Super Bowl Sunday. We'll see Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals taking on Kirk Cousins.
And we are underway here in Las Vegas. And we will not have a return, so the first drive of this Super Bowl will begin at the 25. So here are the Vikings set to go to work, and they're led by the leading passer in the NFC a season ago. Now in his 12th year, 6th as a Viking, Kirk Cousins.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we're looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Throwing, Cousins. Into the hands of the rookie Jordan Addison. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. They'll go Madison up the middle. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Play action now. Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 37. Here's Madison running on first down to the 36-yard line. Stop there.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. There for the sack, B.J. Hill. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. The Bengals getting set to go.
Partner, doesn't seem like it, but that's a tough spot for a kicker. First drive of the game, and they're calling on him. He should be warmed up. He should be into the game, but sometimes it's almost like, oh, what, now already? Can't they put it in the end zone? What's going on here?
Yeah, he's probably saying if you can't get it in the end zone, can you give me a 30, 40-yarder? A long one, and he can't connect. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Again, it's Mixon. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first 2 plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball in both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, and he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. The LSU connection. Burrow to Chase for the Cincinnati first. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. On the tackle that time, Dean Lowry.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Burrow will throw. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase on the touchdown throw from Joe Burrow. And the Bengals are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive 7 plays in length. And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Cousins. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That brings us to the end of one in Super Bowl 58. Much more to come from Las Vegas after this. It's a close game here early on. The NFL on EA Sports continues right after this message. On the handoff, it's Madison. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. 57 yards rushing for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl. Madison is in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Oh, my goodness, I thought he'd peel off. Instead, he makes the fair catch at the 2-yard line. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Inside handoff to Mixon. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 39. it's Burrow.
Open man is Chase, complete.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up second down. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on third down. That is caught, and he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it's intercepted.
Picked by Logan Wilson.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 from Bengals TD.
Well, this defense, they've been terrific all year, and they come through with a pick 6 here on the game's biggest stage.
Perfect descriptor there, because we have seen this time and time again. This defense, their ability to take the ball away from teams, they definitely have a nose for the football, and it pays off again on that play.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Logan Wilson that time there to bring him down.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Cousins now. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson.
And Hockenson going to have the Vikings 1st down as the tackle made up near the 35.
Cousins on 1st down.
They'll get this underneath to Madison.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line.
And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one, and they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the 1st interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a 2nd one.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1.
3rd and goal, a big play in this Super Bowl. Mixon is into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Cousins to throw it.
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. First down, here's Cousins. The Bengal pressure gets him that time, down he goes. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Second down, Cousins.
Middle of the field to Jefferson.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Final play of the half, Cousins.
And that's complete to K.J. Osborne.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. So we've arrived at halftime here in Super Bowl 57 as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, back to you two in just a bit. But first, welcome everyone to downtown Orlando and our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Bengals got a strong performance in that first half by Joey B. Their quarterback, Joe Burrow. He's got a touchdown pass on the ledger as his guys were able to build a double-digit lead.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, gosh, we're halfway to the Lombardi Trophy. Let's not slow down now.
And I like the way you went there. Let's not slow down now because the first half certainly went their way. And I would expect them to continue with that type of a game plan. But you're right. You do think back to Super Bowl 54. 49ers had a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter, couldn't hold on. So plenty can still happen.
It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Mixing up the middle. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. A draw play for Mixon. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
They're a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27.
Someone's been having a good game so far. And you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And this is caught by Evans. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he's brought down short by a yard. It's a 3rd down gain of 4. Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll run with Mixon, and he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown!
Jamar Chase.
His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Bengals will extend their 3rd quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
To throw, Cousins. Incomplete.
The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson, and it's 3rd and short. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On play action, Cousins.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively, and you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
And here's Taylor on the return. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back.
And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. They'll start here with a give to Mixon. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
Stop made there by Brian Asamoah. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 5.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
We are through 3 quarters of play here from Allegiant Stadium in Super Bowl 58.
You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
And we're back in the Super Bowl. Time to decide who gets to hoist that Lombardi trophy as we begin the 4th and final quarter of action.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. 1st down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 120 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Bengals are starting to pour it on the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi Trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive, 1st and 10. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Now Cousins going underneath. He's got Hawkinson, and he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Here comes 3rd down and 7. Throwing is Cousins. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll throw again. Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd and 8. To throw is Cousins. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Osborne. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now Cousins. Looking for Addison again, and he's got him again. And he's got this down to the 35. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st and 10, Cousins. This one caught by Osborne, right side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He gets it to Addison. And he'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Cousins. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the Vikings are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Again, it's Cousins. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Here's Cousins. And this is going to be intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Bengals grab it. Inside the 20. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. And McPherson on for the extra point.
Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown.
And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. One last shot now for Cousins. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. And out across midfield down to the 45. Bengal Nation rejoice. Cincinnati has given you the Super Bowl title. For the victors getting to hoist that Lombardi trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. But the accomplishment, forever.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. And what a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.